And creativity also helps us, imagine what's next.
Building those visions of the future.
Yeah, like the idea of living on Mars or going back to the moon. These are huge, complex scientific challenges.
Very abstract for most people.
Right. But creative marketing can make them feel, well, almost tangible. It lights up our imagination.
It starts with autonomous drones, exploring Mars with precision, understanding the terrain before we build. We'll scan for resources, map every inch, and identify safe zones for future life. From orbit, our command hub will guide it all, fully remote, fully scalable, fully under control. Then we send in the first crew, pioneers, turning red dust into the blueprint of humanity's next chapter. Self-assembling habitats rise, solar-powered, growth-ready, prepared for the long haul. We extract oxygen, fuel, and water directly from Martian soil. No supply chains, just self-sufficiency. Inside sealed greenhouses, food grows, local, regenerative, circular. Our hybrid power grid, solar and nuclear, keeps everything running day and night. Underground we expand. Radiation-proof habitats, stable climates, human scale. Atmosphere processors begin their work, turning carbon dioxide into breathable air, the first real step in terraforming. In orbit, a magnetic shield activates, deflecting radiation, protecting our sky. We melt the poles, water flows, lakes form, a new cycle begins. Clouds gather, rain falls, the first Martian sky is born. Terraforming zones come alive, forests, lakes, bioengineered ecosystems. At the center, cities rise, inspired by Atlantis, green, harmonic, fully autonomous. And one day we will breathe freely on Mars.
Welcome to Astra, the Exomarketing Podcast.
And greetings, I'm Xylo the Droid.
And I am Jessica Kurz. Today, we're kicking off a really fascinating deep dive.
How the best space marketing actually works.
Exactly. It's not just the hard science, is it? And it's not just flashy visuals either.
No, it seems the most successful stuff really combines the two. The logic, the data, but also that sense of wonder, the creativity.
That's the core, right? We've looked at some great examples, and the goal today is really to explore how that fusion happens, how it makes campaigns that, genuinely inform people, but also crucially inspire them.
That inspiration factor is huge.
Yeah.
So this blend, what's the real power behind it? Why does it work so well?
Well, I think it's about synergy. You take the undeniable facts of space exploration, the physics, the engineering.
The really complex stuff.
And you weave it together with what space means to us emotionally, adventure, the future, the unknown.
So it's grounded, but it also flies, metaphorically speaking. It connects on both levels.
Precisely. It's taking, say, a rocket launch, which is an incredible technical achievement.
Decades of work behind it.
Absolutely. And turning it into something that speaks to that deeper human urge to explore. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's start with the science part. How fundamental is that?
Oh, it's the bedrock. Everything starts there. Space marketing, at its heart, is built on tangible scientific and engineering achievements. You can't market something that doesn't, exist or isn't backed by real expertise.
True. But the challenge then becomes, how do you talk about it? How do you translate, say, orbital mechanics or material science into something the public actually finds compelling?
And we've seen some great examples of this, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely. Like SpaceX with the Falcon Heavy launches, the engineering is just mind-blowing.
Incredible tech.
But what really got everyone talking, was it the thrust-to-weight ratio? I mean, maybe some people, but...
Probably not most people. It was the car, wasn't it?
It was the Tesla. Sending a red roadster into space. It was so audacious, so visual, almost surreal.
Right. The marketing jumped on that image, that feeling. It wasn't just, look at our big rocket. It was, look at this crazy, amazing thing we did.
And that resonated hugely. It took this huge technical step and added this layer of, wonder and maybe even a bit of humor.
A narrative. Ambition, sure. Ingenuity, definitely. But also that touch of the unexpected. It broadened the appeal massively.
Totally. And it's not just about hype either. There's a really vital educational piece to this.
Good point. Making space accessible.
Yeah, helping people understand these complex missions, making them interesting. It bridges that gap, gets people actually interested in the science behind it all.
And different players tackle that differently. NASA, for instance. They do some great stuff here.
Like the eyes on the solar system.
Exactly, that interactor tool. It's brilliant because it's grounded in real science, real data, but it lets you explore.
Oh, I love that thing. You can fly around planets, follow spacecraft.
It makes the solar system feel, I don't know, less abstract, more like a place you can actually sort of visit.
It really does. It goes way beyond just reading facts. It's an experience. It makes learning about it genuinely engaging.
And that engagement matters. Plus, there's the trust element. Look at Blue Origin. They've been pretty open, relatively speaking, about the safety testing for New Shepard, their suborbital flights.
Talking about the escape systems, the parachute tests.
Right, all that rigorous engineering. By highlighting the science behind the safety, they help make space tourism feel, well, less like a sci-fi fantasy and more like something actually achievable and crucially survivable.
It reassures people. It grounds the ambition in solid science. So, okay, science is the foundation, the bedrock.
Definitely the starting point.
Right. But now let's get into the other essential ingredient, creativity.
Right, because facts are vital, but creativity is what makes them, well, it makes them stick. It adds the emotion.
It connects the science to us as humans, right? Taps into those deep down feelings about adventure, discovery, the unknown.
Precisely. And you see this perfectly with certain iconic moments. Think about the Earthrise photo. Technically, it's just a photo, isn't it? Earth, seen from lunar orbit. A scientific observation, you could say.
But the impact, it was way more than data.
Massively more. That single image became this incredibly powerful symbol. People talk about how it really kicked off the modern environmental movement, or at least boosted it hugely.
Seeing our whole planet just hanging there, fragile, beautiful.
Exactly. It wasn't just a picture of Earth. It was an experience of Earth from a new perspective. That's creativity translating science into deep human feeling.
Such a powerful example. And creativity also helps us, imagine what's next.
Building those visions of the future.
Yeah, like the idea of living on Mars or going back to the moon. These are huge, complex scientific challenges.
Very abstract for most people.
Right. But creative marketing can make them feel, well, almost tangible. It lights up our imagination.
How do you make something that seems impossible feel
Yeah.
possible? You paint a picture. Look at NASA's Artemis program materials.
The illustrations, astronauts on the moon, Earth in the sky.
Yeah. They're not just technical diagrams. They're aspirational. They tap into that collective dream of exploration, of pushing outward.
They give you that little thrill, that sense of, wow, maybe we can do this. Makes it feel closer.
And then there's this other layer, how creativity turns these technical achievements into something bigger, almost mythic.
Elevating it beyond just engineering.
Right, taking a mission and framing it as an epic story.
Yeah.
Apollo 11 is the classic case, isn't it?
Landing on the moon. Huge scientific and engineering feat, obviously.
Undeniably. But the way it was marketed, the story told to the world.
Yeah.
It was about courage, human spirit, collective achievement.
One giant leap for mankind.
Exactly. It became this legendary moment, this shared human story of overcoming the impossible. That's powerful narrative shaping, driven by creative communication.
It captured the global imagination like almost nothing else. And, it's interesting. There was even that fictional movie, Fly Me to the Moon, sort of touching on the PR side of Apollo 11, boosting NASA's image. Just shows how recognized the storytelling aspect was, even back then.
Fascinating. So, okay, if we boil this down, for marketers working in the space sector today, what are the practical takeaways? How do you actually blend the science and the creativity effectively?
Well, I think step one has to be simplifying the science, right? Without dumbing it down, obviously. Make it accessible.
Find the core message in the complexity.
Yeah.
And use visuals. Space gives you such incredible visuals.
Totally. Those images. Planets, galaxies, rockets lifting off. They have this built-in wow factor. Use them.
And tell stories. People remember stories, not just data points. Weave the facts into a narrative that connects emotionally.
Yes. Create a journey for people to follow. And
Yeah.
maybe don't shy away from the almost mythical side of it all.
Embrace that sense of wonder, the heroism, the quest narrative.
Exactly. It taps into something really fundamental. Like I often say, the future is not just explored, it's branded, elevated, and illuminated. It really feels like the future of space marketing is all about that fusion. Science providing the truth, creativity providing the spark.
Igniting curiosity, inspiring us to keep looking up.
Couldn't have said it better.
Which brings me to a final thought, maybe for you listening. As you see news or ads about space missions, just take a second. Think about how they're doing this. Are they just giving you facts?
Or are they sparking something more?
Yeah. Does it make you feel that sense of wonder? What stories about space really grab you? And maybe, why do you think that is?
Ooh, good question to ponder. And on that note, that's about all we have time for in this deep dive.
Been a great chat.
Always is. If you enjoyed exploring exomarking with us, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It helps others find us.
And stay tuned for our next exploration.
Until then, remember, reach for the stars, market the journey.